It happened sometimes around the last year February. I was being introduced to Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Adeboye by a friend of mine that we work together. I also work with Redeemed Christian Church of God. So when we got to their place, he also staying in the redemption camp, but I've never met him before. I don't know him. So when we got to their place, from my place to his own place is 100 naira bike. So his place is not far from my place. So when we got to his place,
Welcome to the moment of truth. In this video might be longer than usual, but I want you to stay tuned to the end. They did the burial of Satan this week, but yet they are still complaining about same Satan that makes them duping people. Stay tuned.
he said he had a slot. He had a slot for Canada visa. I said, okay, is he the one doing it or who? He said, yes, they gave him a slot from United Nations. That they gave him the slot from United Nations that he's going with 80 people. And I said, I'm very much interested, me and my husband. He said the price is 2 million naira. I said, okay, can I have any contact of the person that is in UN or doing it? He said, no, that I don't have anything to do with the contact, that anything that comes out of it, I should hold them responsible. Meanwhile, my thought is I'm dealing directly with a pastor. I said, okay, no problem. So he said each is 2 million naira. Then he gave me two different account numbers. One is Ibrahim Sadiq Ali, and another one is Adeboye Olajumoke, his wife account. So to start paying into those accounts, he will be the one to call and instruct me to which account I will pay into. So when we got started, we made the deposits. He said, and I asked, Pastor, how about the biometric and all that? He said he has told me earlier on that is a slot, that we are going as an entourage with UN officials, that we don't need anything of such. I said, okay, no problem. He collected my NIN pin and my passport for me and my husband. That's how we got started. Then after a while, he called that the visa is ready for collection. We get to his house to collect the passports for confirmation. He said we should go and make the balance. I said, no, let me take and go for a collection for confirmation to check the genuinity of the visa. He said no, that he has gone to the embassy to check the genuinity of the visa, which I've sent the voice record to you, ma. That he has also gone to the FCMB bank to check the genuinity of the visa. So there is no doubt that the visa is genuine and legit. I said, in that case, no problem. Since you said you've gone for the confirmation, and now we started paying. I took documents, the building documents to him. That this once we get to the Canada, we will start making payments to you. Then we get back. He said no, that what he needed is cash, that we should go and sell it off. We even sold it to one of the redeemed pastor at a very, very desperate and cheaper price. So when we made the payments, I asked of he should release one of the two passports that is with him, that which two should go and do the confirmation. He now come out with a prophecy that the Spirit of God is telling him not to release the passport to anybody, that especially me. He saw that my mother-in-law doesn't want me to go along with them, that he needs to be very careful, so that one earth will not spoil the others people. I said, okay, no problem. In that case, after all, you are a pastor, you know more than us. Then we slide that. So we started making payment. We sold everything we had. We sold our car, my washing machine, my freezer, virtually everything in the house, and he's aware. In fact, when we told him that we are selling, I said, I had no problem that we should sell everything. We started making payments into both. He will be the one going go and pay into my wife's accounts, go and pay into so accounts. I gave you 5 minutes with time. So after that, he said there will be he has consulted a doctor at the health center here in Redemption Camp that will be in the health center to go and do the coronavirus. Coronavirus, COVID-19 test. So on that fateful afternoon, he called that we should start coming to his house, not knowing that he has already made arrangements in his sitting room. They did the COVID-19 test for us. And I said, Pastor, you said we shouldn't worry, that everything is in control, that we should be thanking him, that he's doing us a favor, that is a favor, that is just instruction from God to help people. I also have the voice record. That is instruction from God that you should help people. That thank God I'm included among those people that God instructed him to help. So after that, we said thank you. We appreciate him. So after that, he said we are going to Abuja to go and meet the rest of the people that is going with in Abuja. So meanwhile, before we leave here before we left here in Lagos, one of us that pastor gave a fake visa has called pastor that visa is fake, that is already stuck at the Muritala Muhammad, that he narrowly escaped, that they seize his passport. Pastor is already aware. And secondly, he said we didn't know that even the wife didn't have passports. And meanwhile, the wife prepared, they both prepared as if we are going together. So when we get to Abuja, we paid for we met with other victims too, that we are there. We are about 5 people from Lagos. So we're like, we are going to Canada. So we started making payments into to the hotel, spending money on hotel bills, and at the same time we are feeding ourselves with a baby of 6 months in my hand then. So it got that was when the guy later show up. There's that guy, his name is Razak. I don't know how he is to the pastor. So they now introduced him to us that this is the man that helped us to do the visa. That was the first time on getting to Abuja. That was the first time I'm meeting the guy. And I said, that's the man. We greeted, we said Alpha. He said that everything is in order, that we shouldn't worry. They are making arrangements for us to leave. We said, okay, no problem. When after the guy will come at night, we will go straight to the pastor. They will talk then till we leave. We will go straight. Now got to a point after 2 weeks, we keep spending on the hotel, paying pastors' bills, hotel bills, feeding them, and we are still in hotel, keeping us there. 2 good weeks. We now started suspecting that there is something fishy. What is going on? One of us just forcefully collected the guy's phone number. He started going through some chat on his phone. We locked them, both pastors and the guy. That was when we know that we are already in one chance. Meanwhile, before then, pastor will start saying, when we are still in hotel, he will say we should fast, we should pray, that devil it's raging, that I don't want anybody. He even said there is a vision that he saw to one of us, that is his wife don't want him to go. Also another person, he said his mother, that we should pray. He give us fasting. He said it's God, the Holy Spirit is directing him to pray, to do this. So we kept on fasting every day. So to cut the long story short, we called a life camp police station in Abuja. They got them arrested. When we got to the life camp police station, they started interrogating the guy. The guy said he only asked them to charge 900,000 naira. That he doesn't know the reason why pastor charged 2 million. That he has no idea of how he got the 2 million from. And I said, I'll now ask pastor. Pastor said, calm down, they will settle it. That we shouldn't worry, that he has a building in the redemption camp, that he will put the building on sale, which has already sent you the picture, that he will put the building on sale, then it will sort us out. Meanwhile, from the redemption camp, a person working in the legal department called one of my area pastor here, that they should call us, that he heard that one of his parish pastor was involved in Fisa Rakatia, that they should call them back to the redemption camp when it happens, that they will settle it amicably, that we should not allow press to pick it because of redeem name.
You see the cover-up we're talking about because of redeem name. What redeem name? There's no name left for redeem. They are all thieves from Adeboye to the bottom.
Then after that, we agreed to move the case back to the camp where it happens. So after that, after 3 months, we didn't hear anything. Whenever I called pastor, he said, yeah, to create awareness for them. Then they called us to the office of the general overseer, the secretary. They called us to make the arrangements, how the money will be sorted out. Then they said they will do the transfer of ownership for his building, that he should take his valuer there. He also took his valuer down to the place. They now said, okay, they will prorate the money to every one of us, including the rest of the victims. We said, no problem. We agreed just for us to get something back. Before, they even sent me a letter to confirm if I have the copy of the letter, if the house has been sold before. I replied them that no, the building has not been sold, that they should go to a code of conduct for further investigation. When we didn't hear anything, about 3 months after, we pushed ahead to go and meet one of the board of trustee of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. We met with her. He said he heard about our case, that we should go and withdraw, that he heard that the case is already in the station Redeem here, that we should go and withdraw from the station before Redeem can call me, that Redeem don't intervene in the case that is already in the station. We push ahead, we withdraw. We brought back the copy of the letter to her. She said, okay, no problem, then she will know where to move from there. Till December, we didn't hear anything. Whenever I called Pastor Adeboye, he said the case is already in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. I should go and hold the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
I posted a video earlier on about one lady that needed assistance, collected anointing from Adeboye, and at the end of the day, she got paralyzed and she needed help. They didn't help her. We can understand that. This one, they duped her. They duped them. 5.5 million. Is that too much for Redeem, for Adeboye and his children to just sort it out and cover their shame? No, they just know how to collect. They don't give anything back. And you that they dupe, how long we been talking about Adeboye, about RCCG, about their evil and everything? All of you did not hear. When it now dawn on you, you will now run back to the blogger you all been castigating and said you are the Satan for help. You see what is going on now. The one I posted about the lady that had the accident, they are already sending death threats to themselves and not me. Thank you, my people. I come across this on Auntie Aduni's platform. I said, let me too share it. Oh, if you like, you hear what we are saying. Don't wait to be a victim before you listen to the bloggers. We don't just talk. we know what we are talking about. I see you guys on my next video. Bye for now.
When you are online again,